So this is your wildcard team, the last-minute wildcard team as it stands. Looking pretty good. Obviously, the Spurs boys very much saved your bacon. I obviously put this together pre-Martinez's 7 or 9 points or whatever he's got.
9 points.
9 points.
So I'm currently on 84 points.
84, very good. Very good.
Rank of 594,000 now.
That's all right.
Which,
moving in the right direction now.
I must say, I'm really, really pleased. That's a million. Yeah. That's over a million rank gain, and I've still got Dallas to play tomorrow.
That's what it's going to be like. That is FPL this season. Massive swings either way, depending on. Frankly, we'll talk about my team in a second. It's the first time I've nailed my captain all year.
Yeah.
And when you nail the captain, expect a green arrow.
I mean, the thing is that for me, so I lost Shea Adams, so that would have been 11 points over Watkins, who got 2, so that's a 9-point swing. But the reality is I didn't have a full team for this game week. Yeah. I would not have had 11 players. I'd have had to have taken a -4 to get 10 players out. I would have taken a -8 to get 11 players out. So the wild card was it actually was, it was forced, it was necessary, and it was needed. And do you know what? In some ways, I think it was better because I didn't have any time to panic and overthink it. It was a case
of last-minute wildcard just worked.
Well, let's be completely honest on this. I played my wildcard at 11:15 when we got home from dinner on Friday night because we went out to the Spurs Stadium all day. We got home. I did a Zoom and Patreon call with Shah. If you're watching, Shah, it was lovely to talk to you. What a nice bloke he was. And do you know what he did?
What?
Captain Rashford.
Did he?
Yeah.
Good lads.
So we had a lovely Zoom chat.
There's the Patreon Zoom calls in action right there.
There you go. I didn't tell him to Captain Rashford though. I could sit here and say I did, but I didn't. I did say I thought he was worth holding, but he was his placeholder for next week, and he said, "Am I mad?" And I was like, "No, go for it." And then we went out for dinner, and while we were at dinner, I was like, "I'm playing it." We got home from town. And I literally sat there for an hour before I went to bed.
Friday night.
Yeah, it was like, by the time I actually played it was probably like 10:30, 11:15. Yeah. We sat there, we had Black Box on while you were just slating me to Az.
How good was that, by the way?
Well, apart from Az behaving like a lunatic.
Any of you guys that were in the FPL Black
didn't want
Box
Harry
live
Kane
stream Friday night.
I think you were wrong, Az.
So Mark and Az did. So if you haven't watched this, guys, you need to get over to. So
it was hilarious.
As soon as we're done here, search for FPL Black Box on YouTube. Go subscribe to that channel. Fantastic. New for this year. FPL channel, but not with new people to FPL. Right? This is Az and Mark Southern. So these are the OGs, right? And they were talking, and Az was being pressured into doing certain things.
Az was saying he didn't want Harry Kane, and we were all telling him off.
And Andy from Let's Talk FPL, another fantastic channel, who I think will be live streaming after us, was in the chat putting Az under tons of pressure. And Mark then sort of zoomed him in. He joined the call live stream, and we had. Everybody was in the chat. We had Planet FPL was in there. Fan Show was in there. It was honestly, it was a real proper good live stream.
Because everyone was panic wildcarding. So literally, honestly, I've never done anything like it before in my life. I've never, in all my years of FPL, played a wildcard and had an hour. Literally, it was an hour of wildcarding, and I did it. And I was like, I'm done. And then I got up Saturday morning, and I thought. Because I said to Leah at one point, I was like, I have to go to bed. I need to sleep on Fernandez. I need to decide what I'm going to do. So I went to bed.
That was the one you weren't sure about.
He was the one. And I woke up. And the thing is, I wanted to keep rotating keepers. And if I kept Bruno, I didn't have rotating keepers. And I still had Ferguson. And I was like, oh, you're a problem because you're never fit. And I went to bed and I woke up the next morning and I still felt I wanted to keep Fernandez. So I had a bit of a tinker with the rest of my team in the way that it was set up in order that I had rotating keepers, which enabled me to have Martinez. So the transfer I made on Saturday morning was to bring Martinez in alongside McCarthy, and actually, that was a good decision.
So your game week point is actually not 76 as per the screen.
84.
84. Yeah. Overall rank 500 and something.
500 and
something, right? This is good.
594. So we're going in the right direction, and Dallas to play tomorrow. So yeah, feels nice. Good. Successful wild card. And now, hopefully, a role transfer ahead of game week 6.
Here is my team, my wild-carded team for the game week. Now, same as you, I've got Dallas still to play. It won't be 73. I'll have a few more because of Martinez. I'll have the 3 for Grealish, which is happy days. But it's the Spurs boys that have done it. Have done the business here, no doubt about it.
Of course,
makes such a difference when you nail that captaincy. It really does. And Kane absolutely coming through for me this week, and Son. His able deputy. Very happy to have Salah. I feel like I'm on the right Liverpool defender with Robertson as well. I don't feel like I want to double up there right now. I feel you on the sort of 4.5 defender thing. Lamptey. Okay, maybe should have had a clean sheet today. The penalty from Palace is
one shot.
And I know that he was involved in conceding that penalty, but when I saw it back, it was like, is that really is that a penalty? I mean, come on. So Lamptey a bit unlucky not to get the 6. More pie up against West Brom next, so I feel like I'm okay there.
I'll try not to troll you next week.
Please don't troll me with any more pay assists, that would be great. DCL I'm very happy to have. And in actual fact, the only thing that I'm maybe a little bit unhappy with now is not having James Rodriguez in light of the Richarlison thing, which was a bit of a... when I was putting this together, it was the one thing. I was very happy with this team, and that was the last thing. It was Pulisic or James Rodriguez. And if I go purely based on this game week, then I've missed out on a couple of points there. But next few weeks, I'm got a keen eye on James Rodriguez now, because we know what he can do when he gambles more and when he gets forward. So I'm a bit concerned about that as a non-owner. I'm just going to check Fantasy Football Fix now to have a look at my live rank. It's gone up to 1.1. So... again, moving in the right direction after what can only be described as an absolutely bat-poo crazy season so far. It's been ridiculous. With overall ranks, I've been down in the 3 millions and stuff. So to be at 1.1, pretty happy with that. Therein lies the importance of nailing your captain, right?
In Harry we trust.
In Harry we trust.